So joining us from Beijing is Michele Geraci. He's Nottingham University Business School's Head of China Economic Policy Programme and an Assistant Professor of Finance. Michele, great to have you on Money Talks. Thank you for joining us. How worried should the world be right now with these latest developments? I mean, the amounts that we're talking about on both sides are relatively small compared to global trade, aren't they?
Absolutely, you're absolutely right. They're very small. China is imposing tariff on only 3 billion worth of Chinese export. You just mentioned Chinese trade surplus is in excess of 350 billion. And so even the tariff that Trump had imposed a few days ago on Chinese imports of steel is really not a lot. Let's bear in mind that these news are amplified domestically because Trump naturally talks to his electoral basis. We do know that tariffs do not have much of an impact on narrowing the trade surplus, but they may have an impact on protecting some of the jobs that would be put at risk by cheap imports. And that's why Trump did it. China, on the other hand, needs to do a bit of a face-saving exercise, and they put today tariff on goods that China really needs to import from the US, but not so much. And in fact, soya beans that China needs to import from the US were not part of this list of the 128 products on which China imposed tariffs.
Right.
Let's not forget, China buys what it needs. It doesn't buy to do favors to trade partners. And so it has very careful policy on what tariffs on which product to impose.
Okay, very quick question, Michele. We're almost out of time, but China says its suspension of tariff concessions is legitimate under WTO rules. Is it?
It is probably correct because the WTO was never meant to work when a country like China produces half of the world goods. And so China says, we are the international market. The prevailing price in China is the fair international price.
Okay, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much indeed, Professor Michele Geraci, Nottingham Business School. Thank you very much.